Hi, everyone. My name is Jana Benscoter. I am the founder of Female Athlete News. I'm very excited today to have with us Maddi Donmoyer. She is a senior at Bishop McDevitt. She's also committed to play at St. Francis University. The Crusaders have had an outstanding, by far, amazing, hands down, wonderful year. I was able to catch their game against Boiling Springs. They are last year's state champions and District 3 champions in Pennsylvania for Class 1A. McDevitt is also in Class 1A, and their passing game has improved dramatically. And it's sequences that you love to see in hockey. I mean, it's the actual game of hockey. So welcome to Game Speed, Maddi.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're going to start off with you talking about what you thought of the Boiling Springs game. The score was a little bit jaw-dropping, 4-0. It was a shutout against the Bubblers. And I think, for most people along the sidelines, didn't expect the game to go that way. So what do you think?
Honestly, it was just probably one of my favorite memories so far of this season. I just remember telling all my teammates, we had our senior night the night before, and I was just telling my teammates wow, I wish we had our senior night after this. I wish I could put this down as my memory. Just being able to beat them. I mean, they're such a talented team, but for us to be able to work together to achieve that goal, it just felt incredible. And especially to beat them by 4-0. I mean, it just felt so surreal for us.
What do you think was clicking? I had a chance to catch up with you a little bit after the game, and I feel like your defense, especially defensive corners, were what saved you from even allowing them the opportunity to score. So what else do you think, from your point of view, what was clicking?
Yeah, definitely our defensive corners. My friend Rachel, she's our flyer. She just did an incredible job. But also on our offensive end, we were really connecting our passes and also capitalizing on our offensive corners. And I know that was one of our goals going into the game. So definitely that. And just working together as a team. I know we had talked about marking on defense, keeping our composure, little things like that. And I think all of that added up just really contributed to our success on Thursday.
Yeah, and it looked like you were having fun. And I've always been a huge proponent of, if you're not having a good time, it's really difficult to even enjoy the game. And you could tell that you all were just kind of like doing some backdoor passing and like down the line and just yelling for each other,
Definitely.
supporting one another. You had a lot of fun. You could see it. So last year at this time, I also was at your Boiling Springs and McDevitt
Mhm.
game, and it was the last game of the season. That one was also a thriller, but Boiling Springs took it. In that game, you did a comparable, or maybe it's the same corner. So like a corner play that you've now adopted as one that is going to stay on the books at McDevitt.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. That was a corner that we definitely implemented last year, and it was successful at times. And this year, we just recently started implementing it. And Mia, the girl who takes the shot, she's confident with it. She feels great. I mean, we all have faith in her as well. And it's just great. It's a pretty corner when it works well, and it's successful as we saw on Thursday. So it was great.
Yeah, we won't go into the X's and O's and explain what it is. I mean, you'll see it.
Mhm.
It's a good passing sequence. We'll put it that way. It's not a straight shot from the top. It's a creative endeavor. I've had the fortune of knowing Maddi since I think it was your sophomore year. And
Yeah.
at that time, it was 2020 and she overcame COVID. So talk about how like you endured that, came through, never gave up. And now you're seeing this crazy, insane, awesome season that you're having at McDevitt.
Um, I mean, I just couldn't be more grateful. I mean, to go through something like that and to be able to persevere and have a support system around me, it just feels amazing. I mean, whether that be like my coaches and my teammates at McDevitt or just at Central Penn at club, my parents, my family, my friends just at school, having an incredible support system around me really helped me to persevere through that. And I just give a lot of credit for the people around me who have helped me through that and to God as well. I would not be able to have such a successful season both last year and this year without all those important people in my life for sure.
Yeah, when I got a chance to see you, your younger version, your younger self, you were
Mhm.
just as hardworking then as you are now. I think you're
Thank you.
just as aggressive and quick to the ball as you were then, and you've only improved in efficiency. So that being said, next year you're heading off to college at St. Francis. So talk to us about, how did you choose St. Francis, and are you totally excited? Like, are you counting down? Like, what are your thoughts?
I'm so excited. Every time I go up there, I just feel so at home. That was honestly like one of the main reasons I chose St. Francis, but they were interested in me from pretty much the start of my recruiting process, and I had shown some interest in them. My mom and I, we went up, we visited, and just every single time I would go up there, I just kept feeling on my heart like this is where I need to be, this is where I belong. Coach Betta, all the girls there, they're so welcoming. Um, and I just felt so supported, like on the field and off the field as well, just whether it be like an admissions tour or just like meeting professors. Um, they definitely care about your success in the classroom and on the field. And I just love that. That was just a major thing I was looking for in a college.
What are you planning on majoring in?
I'm hoping to go for marketing and management.
Oh, awesome. That's a lot of fun. I actually, when Fan launched, I heard from, and I do apologize that I have not had the chance to get back to him. I heard from a professor at St. Francis, and I do owe him a back and forth, but he was talking about how he's a STEAM professor, the science tech.
Nice.
Yeah. And he was saying that he looked in his classroom one day and like the entire 20-to-1 ratio or something like that, maybe even fewer, he said were all women Division 1 athletes. And he just thought it was the
That's
coolest thing.
great.
So I agreed, and I would still love to write that article. So when I find the time, we will have that written about St. Francis. But I think that says a lot about women in sports and going for your
Definitely.
dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons why I chose it. Like I mentioned earlier, just being able to get a good education, but also having like that perk of a small school and having like a close relationship with your professor. I just think that really, really helps when you're a student athlete. And I know that that was something I wanted.
Yeah, that's awesome. How is student academics going now, managing that with like you're about to head into the postseason, and the
Mhm.
chances are really good that you're going to go far and deep into the postseason. So how are you balancing both?
It's definitely hard, but I've always been doing it. I mean, all throughout high school, I've been challenging myself with taking hard courses. And McDevitt's great. They really care about your education, and they also want you to succeed in sports as well. So, my teachers they help me. I've been staying on top of things, getting ahead of my homework all the time. But yeah, I yeah,
Yep, that's where you are with that.
yeah,
Um,
pretty much.
yeah, if you feel like you're doing well, then that's you're probably someone who's an overachiever and saying you need to do one step more. So I'm pulling up right now, I'm reading the
Mhm.
power rankings and your squad this year. So let's start back at the beginning. You started your season off against Middletown, and since then it's been 5-0, 13-0, 7-0, 8-0, 2-0, 11-0 tie. 5-1, 2-1 loss to Boiling Springs, 8-0, 5-0, 9-0. We tallied, and it goes on and on with all of their wins. We tallied 5 goals that you have allowed this year. What is that doing to your team's mentality, and what else has contributed to such a successful season?
Um, In terms of like letting goals in, I mean, our goalie Riley, she's incredible. Our defense is incredible back there. I think we really work well as a team to prevent the ball from getting past our 50, honestly. I mean, obviously in the closer games, the tougher games, that changes, but overall as a team, I think that we try to be the one that scores first. We try to set the tone for the game, and I think that that helps with not letting goals in. And then in terms of offense, I think as mentioned earlier, we pass so well. We're just able to connect and draw corners as well, and I think that that's where we can rack up our points. We just work so well as a team when it comes to our offense.
Well, when you're saying that as a team, what goal or not goal, I'm sorry,
Mm.
what record did you break this year?
Um, just recently, I had broken the assist record at our school for all-time assists.
How many assists is that?
I believe it was 28, but I'm not sure what I'm at now, but I've
So
gotten
is
a few
that
assists since.
since that, yeah, you're above that number now. So is that's all 4 years of your high school career, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's rad. That's totally awesome to be the person who sets
Thank
up
you.
the goal. Yeah, congratulations on that. That's a huge achievement.
Thank you.
And then looking it onto Wednesday, which is the day that we will publish Game Speed, you are paired up against Camp Hill. So, what are your thoughts about seeing another mid-Penn conference team, one that you know very well, in your first round of
Mhm.
districts?
Um, I'm excited. I'm confident in our team's ability, But I also know that we have to work hard, and this is playoffs. We just need to lock in. We've got a couple games that we want to advance through. I mean, we want to go to states. We want to go as far as we possibly can go, and that starts on Wednesday. So I think it's just important for myself, for my team, to just like get good sleep, eat healthy, support each other, work hard at practice, just little things, taking those steps so that we're ready on Wednesday.
What I mean, obviously your hopes and expectations are for you to win, and it's kind of different now, right? When you look at a game, because you know that it could be like one and done, single elimination. So, how are you going to try to bundle those nerves? Are you just going to go into it like let's leave it all out there, or what kind of chatter do you think you'll have leading up to the game?
Um, Honestly, I think we're gonna have the same talk that we had on Thursday before our Boiling Springs game. I just vividly remember talking about how we wanted to win that game. And in the past, when we played them the first time, we also wanted to win that game. But the difference between those two games for us was the first time it was just a thought, it was an idea. And the second time it was a thought, but it was like, okay, we want to win this game, but what do we have to do to win this game? And it became more of a plan and not just a thought in our heads. And I think that that's something that we're going to talk about before Wednesday. It's not just going to be, oh, we want to win, we want to advance. It's like, yes, we want to win, but what can we do to achieve that goal?
Yeah, put the practical into action. That's awesome.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen Coach Steve Heckman smile as much as he did after Thursday's game. And last year, he was so proud of you after the Boiling Springs game. You lost, but you
For
fought to
sure.
the end, and he was so proud of you for fighting to the end. But this time, like I said, most people were floored because it was a 4-0 shutout. And again, I've never seen him smile so much. So, what do you have to say about spending your time with him and what you've learned from him and his daughter, assistant coach Jess? What do you have
Mhm.
to say about their coaching?
Yeah. I'm so grateful for them. They've just done so much for me throughout my 4 years at McDevitt. They mean a lot to me. And just knowing that they're proud of us and seeing them be so proud of us in games like that. And I mean, like you said last year, he was so proud of us. I remember he gave us all big hugs and he was like, that wasn't a loss. I'm so proud of you. That was a win in my eyes just because I'm just this proud of you. And then to see his team win against a team as strong as Boiling Springs, like you could just tell he was so ecstatic, and that just inspired me to do better for him as the season goes on.
When he and I were talking, I was like, "This is such a proud papa moment for you," and he's like, "I am," and he just wouldn't stop
Right.
smiling. So what else should we know, Maddie, about like what's coming down the line for you? Are you gonna play some indoor, or like what are your thoughts? You're just like really focused on this, and then your next thought is like, I still love the sport, and no matter what, I have these girls around me who've become my sisters.
For sure. I'm definitely looking forward to playoffs. I'm sad. I don't want to leave. But I'm hoping to go out on a strong playoff presence. Hopefully, a longer run in states so that we can break that record for the program at McDevitt. I am looking forward to indoor with Central Penn. Again, it's my last year, so I will be really sad when it comes time to leave. But I'm looking forward to that, and then ultimately moving forward to St. Francis. I couldn't be more happy to go there.
Yeah, I feel like you are positively set up. You've been coached very well from both your club and your high school. And then I think I have one more question, and you never know with me, I
Mhm.
might have five more, but you probably know that by now. So you've had a few transfers come to your school this year. Is it like two or three? Two players who transferred?
Three, I believe.
Three who transferred? And when
Mhm.
that process occurs, do you just embrace them and bring them in and say, all right, well, you're now in our huddle?
100%. I mean, they mean so much to our team, both on and off the field. Seeing them in school, we all hang out. We're so close, and I'm so happy that they're a part of our team. I mean, without them, like that's a huge chunk of our team that's missing. That's so much of our stats missing. That's so much of just like our family missing. Like they've only been a part of this team for what couple months, and it just feels like they've been a part of it forever. I'm so grateful that they're a part of this team this year.
Yeah, that's sort of just like the fluidity of the field hockey community is like, shifting from one to another where you best fit. And it does seem like some of your puzzle pieces fell into place this year, just like with chemistry and respect on the field.
100%. Yeah,
Awesome.
I agree.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Maddie. I'm super excited for you and your future, and obviously for all the
Thank you.
athletes who are participating in District 3 playoffs, and as well as other districts all throughout Pennsylvania. I'm going to be heading to New Hope and Springfield on Thursday as well, so I'm looking forward to checking them out. But best of luck to you and the Crusaders, and
Thank
we'll see
you.
you hopefully somewhere down the line. Maybe we shall see. So good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.